Hey, so I'm Alex Scheffler, the 3D artist and narrative designer for Ecliptica. When I first started to model the interior of the player's command ship, the vision that I had for it didn't quite align with the vision that my partner Cody had, so he ended up blocking out the ship in Blender and I finalized the model in 3ds Max, where I also unwrapped everything to the trim sheet that Cody made. The entire ship, from the monitors and desks to the hull of the exterior, were all unwrapped to the same trim sheet, with the exception being the chairs that used their own separate texture, since those came from the original model that I had been working on before we switched gears. Aside from that, I also designed the narrative for the game, including a lore page for 10 different planets, 21 pilots, and 20 Radiant quests. I had ChatGPT help out with the naming conventions for the planets and the pilots, as well as the basic idea for each of the planets, as well as for the three main factions that are controlling the galaxy. These three factions are the Carix Domination, a half insectoid, half machine hive mind controlled by the Mind Father, the Sovereign Creed, a group of radical cybernetic purists who believe true evolution can only be achieved through the fusion of man and AI, and the Veilborn, a mysterious, extra-dimensional psionic force from beyond the Veil that infects planets and people with cyberpsychosis. The 21 pilots are split into three ranks: novice, captain, and major, with each rank signifying a level of skill above the previous. And all 21 of the pilots have a paragraph or two describing their background and why they choose to fight. The 20 Radiant quests are, perhaps, my favorite piece of lore that I wrote for this project, because the idea that Cody and I had for this game is that we, the player, are not necessarily the good guys. We have come into this galaxy from somewhere far away with the intent to conquer this galaxy. We may end up helping the people of these various planets, recruiting these pilots to help them get their revenge, but we aren't there to save them. If they all end up dead in the wake of our mission, so be it. And so I wrote the Radiant quests with this idea in mind, to showcase the idea that any and all casualties that aren't us are acceptable.
Hi, my name is Cody King, and I'm the program and VFX artist for the project Ecliptica. My reasoning for making this game was because I wanted to try and see if I could make it. I've always enjoyed auto battlers, and I wanted to see what I could do in a semester, and this is what came out. The idea originated from other auto battlers, stuff like Parabellum and stuff like that. My thought process when coding this game was to make everything on a single main class and put all the functions and variables on it to make the code easier to locate the bugs and also know where everything is. My thought process with the VFX, like the galaxy and the sun, was to try and make things that were flashy and uh, would pop out at your face. When I was creating the UI, my goal was to create something that was satisfying to work with and easy to use.